Cowboys Nation, listen to Cowboys Talk with Chuck. Hope you enjoy the video. Stay tuned for Cowboys Talk with Chuck video coming up next. Cowboys Nation, let's go. Good morning, Cowboys Nation. Hope everyone had a great 4th of July Friday. And this is a 4th of July weekend. And I tell you what, there's not really a whole lot to cover on the Cowboys at this time. The training camp is right around the corner, and Cowboys Nation, I just don't see a whole lot of info really out there on these Cowboys. So, like I said, it probably won't be a very long video, but we'll just have to see here. I don't want to keep going over the scheduling because everybody knows by now what the scheduling is. Excuse me. But I just don't. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Here's an article. It says, how do the Cowboys stack up against the NFC East? Well, we can go from there. NFC East. Well, last year, the Eagles, dreaded Eagles, won the Super Bowl, and they won the division and all that kind of stuff. Commanders is right behind them. They both went to the championship game. The Cowboys was third. So this year, I still feel like the Eagles are still got a pretty good team. They've lost a lot of people in there in the offseason, but they've kept all their main players. So with that said, then the Eagles will still be really good shape. I feel like the Cowboys are going to be competing against the Commanders for second place in the NFC East. And we'll have to see how all that plays out because and then the Giants have got a little bit better, but not as great. So I don't think they'll be really in the mix too much. But I feel like in the NFC East, I feel like the Cowboys, the Commanders will be competing against each other for the second division. Hope I'm wrong. I hope the Cowboys can get on top, win the NFC East, and take down the Eagles. And the Cowboys in the NFC East. But with the Eagles still having all their top players intact, and like I said, they lost quite a few in the offseason, but they still have a lot of people in the Philadelphia area and the Eagles to still have a strong competing in the NFC East. But like I said, I just feel like the Cowboys and Commanders are going to be competing for second place. Like I said, I hope it proves me wrong. Just the way I feel. The Cowboys are not quite there yet. They're still rebuilding. This year, we'll see how far we get. I hope we do great. I got positive thinking about the Cowboys. I always do. That the Cowboys will be awesome this season. But they were, 7-10 last year? So hopefully we can do a lot better than 7-10. Hope we could get at least 10 wins or better is what I'm looking for the Cowboys. And like I said, I hope somehow we shock everybody this season, take the NFC East, get on top of the NFC East again. But like I said, not a whole lot of stuff to cover on them Cowboys. Really don't know why I'm even making a video because there's not a whole lot until the training camp, which is coming up the 20th of this month. They'll arrive in Oxnard, California, training camp. Then they'll go on from there, and then they'll go through some of August, and we'll be playing some preseason games in there as well when we get down that road. But main thing is we got to get to training camp, get through training camp, and play the preseason games, and then we get on with the regular season. So all that's just right around the corner. I mean, next month we can finish out July coming up, and then we get into August and then September. So Cowboys Nation, everything just right around the corner. Let's just see how the season plays out. But I'm looking for a great, awesome season for the Cowboys. Cowboys Talk with Chuck. Man, I just try to find things to put out there because I just like making videos with Cowboys. Been a diehard Cowboy fan for many, many years. Man, I probably 78, maybe earlier, become a Cowboys fan, covering the Cowboys, and I always watched them when I was a kid, but never got real strong into them. But I watched some of it, but as I got older, I got into the Cowboys, and man, here I am, Cowboys Talk with Chuck, and hope you all enjoy this little small video, and we'll see what I can do from there. But like I said, not a lot of info right at the moment on the Cowboys. Nothing really big going on. I think Parsons' contract is still in the mix. I don't think they've figured that out yet. Hopefully they can get that figured out before we get into training camp, because we don't want no strong distractions. At least I hope we get it before we start the regular season in September, because our first game, because we don't need no distractions, man. We need Parsons on the field. We need him on the field defending the Cowboys, because he's an awesome player as well. We got a lot of players like C.D. Lamb is awesome, top dog. We acquired a George Pickens in the offseason. We trade through the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's going to be a great addition to the Cowboys. And hold on, I had the alarm went off. But anyhow, Cowboys, sorry about that, Cowboys Nation. And like I said, not a long video, but we've got a lot of players, a lot of great potential to be great this season. I feel like it will be a special season, Cowboys Nation. And I just hope you like these videos I'm putting out there for Cowboys Nation, you guys out there. Hope y'all like the Cowboy Talk with Chuck videos. With that said, have a great one, Cowboys Nation. Like I said, not much to report on the Cowboys, but the training camp is just right around the corner, and we can get, evaluate some people, and look at some stuff on here and see what's going on, and see how they're doing during the training camp when it gets fully started. So with that said, Cowboys Nation, have a great Saturday. Have a great rest of your 4th of July holiday weekend. And how about them Cowboys? Let's get it done. Let's get it done in this training camp coming up right around the corner. I think the 20th of this month. Let's go, Cowboys Nation. Let's go. Let's get back on top. America's team. Let's go.